So, hello, sir. I am Rumor Gaviva, and these are the questions that I pick. So, question number one is, what is polygraph instrument? So, polygraph instrument is the instrument that is used in polygraph examination. It is defined as an instrument or device capable of producing, recording, or of physiological phenomena that may be used as the basis for application of reliable technique for diagnosing truth or deception. Second question is, what are the different types of questions? So, the kinds of questions that are used for polygraph testing have been labeled as relevant questions, control questions, irrelevant questions, and concealed information or guilty knowledge questions. Third question is, what is chart interpretation? Interpretation is the most important single factor. The accuracy of instrumental detection of deception is dependent upon the examiner's ability to diagnose the truth or deception by reading and interpretation of subjects' charts. Fourth question is, what is silent test all about? So silent test is a method that reduces the effects by requiring less efforts of the parts of the subject during the test. In this test, the subject is instructed by the examiner to avoid from giving any verbal answers to the questions that are to be asked of him during the test. My fifth question is, what makes pre-test interview different from post-test interview? Pre-test interview is a conduct prior to actual polygraph examination. It is vital to the diagnosed examiner not only in obtaining antibiotics records, but also in the overall interpretation of the subject's truthfulness. While post-test interview is a minimum test result are given on this stage of polygraph examination, it is also conduct to address any additional questions the examiner or examinee may have give the examinee the opportunity to explain why they feel they had the final result. My sixth question is, discuss the four phases of polygraph examination. So there are four of them, obviously. So first is preliminary preparations, is an initial interview with an investigator handling the case or a person requesting it. Second is pre-test interview. So it's with the subject, and the primary purpose of the pre-test interview is to prepare of condition the subject for the test. Third is the examination or instrumental test. The conduct of the instrumentation and actual test. After the pre-test interview, the examiner should proceed to place the attachments of the subject. The first to be attached is the thermograph, then the cardiographic, and the galvograph. Reviewing all the questions with the subject before the actual examination is made. The examiner should discourage any comments or statement by the subject. And last is post-test interview or interrogation. This includes all consideration that pairs of examinations. This is done just after the instrument is turned off. If the polygraph test result indicates deception, the examiner will proceed to conduct a short interrogation, the purpose of which is to obtain confession. However, if the polygraph indicates the subject is innocent, the examiner will just release the subject cordially and thank him or her for the cooperation. Seventh question, what is pre-employment test? So, pre-employment test is the fastest and most accurate means of verifying statement of a job application from derogatory remarks by a previous employer who bears a personal grudge against him. 8th question. What are the specific objectives of a polygraph examination? So the specific objectives of polygraph examination is to ascertain if a person is telling the truth, to verify and compare conflicting statements, to obtain additional facts of an offense location of the stolen goods and whereabouts of wanted persons, to identify other persons involved in a case, and last is to gain valuable information from unwilling subject. Ninth question. Why is polygraph examination necessary? So, polygraph tests are useful not only to identify the criminals who might try to deceive the legal systems, but it also be helpful for providing justice to several innocent victims who are convicted due to the wrong verdict by the court. So the last question is, who is a polygraph examiner? So a polygraph examiner is a person that conducts polygraph tests. He is a highly trained and disciplined technician. They often give these tests to witnesses, suspects, and other individuals involved in a criminal trial. Those are my 10 questions, and good day, sir.